Hello everyone, welcome. So nice to see so many of you here. Thank you so much. So today I've decided to do the water reflection with the build up to the mermaid for next month. So I want you all to feel comfortable with coloring water because all the mermaids are normally there's water in the background or you can add it as a background. So this one I've changed at an angle. Yes, Sherry, you're quite right. This is the next tutorial. It is a sunset with a water reflection. The reflection, so I changed the angle of the reflection at an angle so that I can explain some little technical things that most of the people won't look at. So when coloring water, it's not just about the light and the dark. So I've added small little waves like a texture in the water. So you've got the light and the dark creating the shapes in the water. So first of all, you need to remember water is reflective. It's almost like a mirror sometimes. So you need to decide what is the texture of your water going to be like. Is it a rough sea, a calm sea, or just a slightly windy like a lagoon or a sea like this one? Where I've decided to add small little textures in the water and how the light will play on the water. So if the light is coming from this side, so the light is shining here. This is I've chosen a sea image. So the light is coming slightly through the wave, so you don't just have the light and the dark creating this shape. You'll have a very reflective cast off right at the top, and then the light reflection here actually casts a small shadow in the rounded shape of your um, uh, textured slight wave. So the color of your water is also important when coloring water. You must decide what your color of your water will be. This one I've just taken like a aqua normal sea color, so that's why you have greens and aquas and blues playing on this image. So when you're coloring river water, you must think about the colors that's in the river, for example, like more greener tones, more gray tones, where sea is more blue and aquas and just a little bit of green. Oh, thank you so much. So, and also another thing that you need to remember, see, even though I have a wind texture on the water and it's not just a flat mirror, because if you have a flat mirror, you will have the reflection of whatever is in the sky on the water. For example, clouds, the sun, and things like that. Where this one have a wind texture on it, so it doesn't pick up a lot of mirror. So the texture plays a role in this one. So except for the texture, you must think about the light and where it's coming from. Then also the texture will become smaller, for example here, to as to where the front ones are. And also if the wind is blowing, all of a sudden it will be more textured on this side than towards the back. Okay, so let's start. I've loaded a page onto the Patreon video. It doesn't have the third image as yet because I'm in two minds about the third one. I'm either going to do rocks in a river and then a reflection over it, or thank you, Lizzie. Hi, Janine. Morning. Ah, thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Sonia. So I've given you basic lines so that you can um, see and try to create your own texture and put the shadows and the colors where you must learn, so that you can basically just draw a couple of lines in a background of a normal image if you want to use this as backgrounds. So this is a guide. Let me just zoom out a bit. Hi Dawn, hi Pam. Sorry if I missed anyone. I think I've been blabbering on about the water a lot. I missed everyone that came in. Okay, so first of all, I want to start with my green tones. The green tones, as you can remember, this is where your light is shining through the water. So that is your color of your water before we add the colors that you see from the top. Because you have a play of reflective light, the water color in light, and then the light shining on top. So the green tones, I will add it here, there, there. So it's not everywhere. So my first color is lime peel, PC 1005. I'm just going to turn my page to make it easier for me to color, and so that my hand's not in the way, so that you can see better. So I'm just putting it here. You'll see I'm leaving a space, and this is a light hand, so it's not a medium or a hard, but I'm going more than once over the same space. See, so I'm first going very light. Now I'm going over it again. So I'm going twice. And if you're really light-handed, you can go more than twice. You can do 3 or 4 times. Then I have a little bit of green here. and a little bit of green here. The next color, now we're going to add our darks first. Who wants to guess how many pencils I'll be using tonight? Next is 70% warm grey, PC1056. Now the darks, you need to concentrate on the shapes. Now the reason why I've chosen warm grey, lots of people see me using lots of greys, but there is method in the madness a bit. So the 70% warm grey, with using it on blues and next to the greens, you'll see that it gives like a purpley grey tone, so it mixes well with your blues. See, this is your basic shape. If you really want to go really intricate, you can pick up things that's in the water, like sea plants and things. But we're just going to do straight water for now. But the sea plants and things that you will see within the green parts. Oh, that's wonderful, Yvonne. Have you tried the Fabiano? Pam, I'm using the clay one now. Now, also keep in mind you want to keep the flow going because water is flowy textures. There's no sharp edges unless it's a reflection. Janine, I love Strathmore Grey and I normally always use it. It's just that we can't find it in South Africa at the moment. Again, this is a light hand. Hi, Irina. Welcome. Are you watching my tutorials while you're on holiday? I feel really honored. Now I'm just slightly going to add. Yes, Sherry. Just a couple of lines is all you need. Next is Light Aqua, PC 992. So this is one of your lighter colors, but this is the one that gives the most color to the water. So with this one, it all depends on where you put your colors. Medium pressure here because you want a lot more color there. Well, that's good, Irina. That's good. You might see it later, but so far so good, Irina. With a very light hand, I'm covering the back. and going over the lines. Hi Chantal. Next color is Kelly Green, PC 1096. So now we need to shape our waves. Oh, yeah, they are like waves. They're not big waves, little waves, wind waves. Ripples. There we go. Next is Parrot Green, PC 1006. Sherry, I also normally start from one side and carry on, but for tutorials, because you're using different colored pencils, it is I use a pencil and everywhere where you put it, and then carry on like that, and then maybe go back to it if I need more. Just to make it easier so that you don't take lots of pencils the whole time. But when I'm by myself, I swap the pencils out the whole time. And it doesn't have to be that, um, in the exact place where you put the color. No wave is the same, so you can relax. Don't need to punish yourself if yours is slightly not in the right position. You can play a bit. Next color is Periwinkle, PC 1025. And we're just slowly building up the layers. Yes, it does layer well. But you know me and layers. I like a lot of layers. Next is Aquamarine, PC 905. Fab. Next is Light Aqua again, PC 992. Now this is medium pressure, and it will look very bright at the moment, but we will start adding our grays just now, and then it will tone down. Next is Indigo, PC 901. Thank you, Sonia. Yes, Wendy, I normally post it there where you've got the video on Patreon. I put it in the description just below the video, and the attachment is the coloring page. Yes, Sherry, why not use them? Next is Powder Blue, PC 1087. Sherry, I will definitely use silver soon. I think it's because it was left in the box. I didn't use it. I think that's the only reason. Okay, next is Light Green, PC 920. So now we want to highlight where the light falls onto the green sections. Next is the lime peel again. So just to brighten it a bit. And then the Aquamarine 905. Yes, I also use bronze quite a bit. It's a nice green color. Next is Light Aqua again, PC992. Next is 50% cool gray. So now we're just starting to shape. So as you know, the grays make things move back. So your eye actually let the gray tone subdues the color, so your eye pulls it more towards the back. Yes, it's 50% French gray, 1063. So even though the background is light, you still need to add quite a bit of color to it so that the white will stand out more. And there's also colors in between, like a play of color, if you look at the water. Next is Blue Slate, PC1024. Yes, a lot of people say they never use their grays, and I find them really useful in coloring. Now with the light hand, go over the back again. No, not really. Only right at the end where you put your highlights is really finicky. Sonia, yes. The direction that I'm color is I'm following the flowiness of the water. For example, um, here the shades will fall inside your shape and then over, but the light color will go over. But here where it pulls back, for example, here you will follow the line, the direction of the shape. And here it's just like straight little curves, so I'm still following the lines. Back to Light Aqua again. Light Aqua is 992. Thank you, Lizzie. Now I'm softening some of the colors so that I can see if I need to add more grey in certain areas. No, it is the Light Aqua that I used again. I dropped a pencil. Next is 30% Cool Grey, PC1061. So now my light colors, I'm angling my shape like that. Yes, the really short one was Jade Green, PC1021. But this is the 30% Cool Grey now, PC1061. So when you want to add your light colors now, you angle it towards the shape. And also picking up on where your light is coming from. Because these ones are so far, you just follow the line. Thank you, Wendy. Next is the Kelly Green again, BC1096. Just want to darken some of the shapes here and here, so that you really just get the shine where the light is shining in. And now again, I'm following the direction of the ripple. And a little bit of green in those. And very lightly in between on this corner. Next is the Aquamarine again, PC 905. Yes, the lines are getting shape. Yes, I did show you lines. You are quite right. Came alive. Hidden in between the lines was waves. Next is Slate Grey, PC 936. So next week I'm gonna do in the public stream I'm gonna color the Guardian with the turtle so that you can get more of the water. Like for example the bubbles and the underwater split wave edge, for example, and also the top of that wave is different to this one because you look up to the light reflection. Now I'm back to my 70% warm grey, PC1056. Oh yes, I love Natalie's art. It's really good. Next is Light Aqua again. Next is Pale Sage, PC1089. But Sonia, I also love your art. No, Sherry. This is not a hard one. This is just by layering the colors. It looks harder than what it is. And Sherry, I've seen your drawing of that fork. I loved it. Next is the light green, PC920. Wendy, I do use polychromos, but I always just used to use them. And then I discovered Prismas, and I love Prismas because it's very forgiving. I think it's one of my favorite pencils. I also have a set of Luminance Caran d'Ache, but I haven't used it as yet. Next is Sky Blue Light PC1086. And Prismas is also very nice to color, and the way that the colors mix, they don't go muddy. It's really, really nice to work with. And also, one thing about Prismas is say you made a mistake and it's gone too dark, you can always bring it back to light with Prismas. So it's very forgiving pencil to teach with. I'll probably use them soon. I want to try them first, the luminance. But it's also it's for tutorials. It's good to use pencils that everybody has. Not everybody have them. Sherry, I will have to try them. I love my Prismas. And it's a pencil that we don't get so easily in South Africa either. Next is 30% Cool Grey again, BC 1061. Next is my Light Aqua again, PC 992. And I'm just softening the dark spots at the moment. But only in certain areas, not all, because you still want to have your darkest areas. Wendy, I actually use a set almost a whole year. But it depends on the sharpener, I find. Since I've got a good quality sharpener, mine lasts so much longer. I just want to, the Light Aqua 992. Next is Greyed Lavender, PC 1026. Light Aqua again, 992. I've got a Caran d'Ache. It is really expensive, but the Caran d'Ache Genevieve, and I actually drop my pencils quite often, and sharpen them. They still give me a proper lead, and they take off such a little of the wood. This is Grey Green Light, PC289. Next is Peacock Blue, PC1027. So this I'm adding just for that little bit of pop of blue. You don't need to add it, but I like that little bit of play with the color. Thank you, Paula. Next is Sandbar Brown, PC 1094. Next is 70% French Grey, PC 1047. Now I'm just toning down some of the color. Next is Light Green, PC 920. Next is Muted Turquoise, PC 1088. Next is 30% Cool Grey again, PC 1061. Well, thank you, Kenny. Wendy, you must just send me a friend request and a PM me, and then I'll add you to the group. That's no problem. We'll add you quickly. Um, Next is Slate Grey, PC 936. I always put what just before I go live there and everything, and what I'm busy with, and the pages that I've just finished. So it's nice to communicate there, and then you can post your images there so that I can see them. I love looking at them. Or if you want me to give you some advice, you can post it and ask me questions. Yes, we can do that. That would be a nice one, Sherry. And next is Light Aqua again, PC 992. Next is Parrot Green again, PC 1006. Yes, you can. Yes, it does make a big difference. The little bits of green. It's just lines. Your guidelines. And next is light green, PC 920 again. Just want a little bit of extra shine. here and there. And now just to brighten it up, lime peel again, PC 1005. Next is the Kelly Green. Yes, Kenny, I'm starting to read your mind. Next is white. PC 938, I think. So now we add our highlights. Now when doing the highlights, I'm going to make a little dot and flick it. So I'm making a dot and then going horizontally, softly over it. And then a dot. There's a dot with hard pressure, and then light pressure. Just go over it. And then hard pressure, and then go softly over it. Sherry. Now, here and there, we add our dots, and that's in the direction of where the light is coming from. So everywhere where your waves will catch the light, you will add the dot and then go slightly over it. But I love the Prisma's white. Yes, just remember to just do it one directional, your little crossing lines. And here I'm just adding a flat white, light pressure here. And these don't get sparkles, they just get a highlight. Yes, the sparkles is there where the light is so reflective it's almost shining in your eyes because the light is coming from that direction. And here I'm just making dots without giving them the shine because they're half on the edge. And here is sparkle again. And then follow a squiggle line like that towards your other dark spot in the water. Then the rim. And then little in between marks of white. Oh, and here. Need some more white here. It's really not a difficult um, thing to do. I think you'll be amazed. You'll actually get it right, I think. All of you. It will be amazing if you all do it. It looks more difficult than what it is. But then you must please post it in the Color My Dreams Facebook group and on the Patreon one. I would love to see. And on Instagram. Now I'm just going to take my light green PC9, no, not the light green, sorry, the pale sage 1089. And now I'm just going to soften the whites here in the back slightly. So go slightly over your white. And now I'm just taking the Greyed Lavender PC1026. And just soften the edges of these. And now the Sky Blue Light PC1086. Because here we need a little light. Just light hand over the back. Oh, this would be lovely for that shipbook of yours, Paula. And I think it needs a little bit of grey green light. Grey Green Light, PC1028. And that's basically it. So it was just a bunch of lines and just filling in color. And then you get waves. And then you have your waves. No, there was a Beige Sienna. I've used it in this area and here. Thank you so much, Sherry. Yes, the sparkly bits just give it a little bit of sparkle. Thank you so much, Kenny. So I hope to see you all next week for the sunset. And then the next one, I might do the rocks in the water and then the reflection that goes over it. Thank you, Lizzie. Yes, the pencils was modest today. I was thinking of all of you. I'm so sorry to hear that, Wendy. So next week I will be coloring the turtle page for the public stream, and then for the patron stream it will be the sunset. But the sunset won't take that long, so I might do two links on the patron feed, so then you can just basically when we finish the one, then I can we can carry on to the other one and then just follow it up with the next on the next week. So, ladies, thank you, Mom, for being my mod. Thank you for all of you that's been here tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope I'm going to see some sea pictures with all just on the lines. See you all next week. So, but next week there will be two streams, the public and the patron. Good night, everyone. And Wendy, send me a friend request. Look on the Patreon. I sent you a message. The welcome message has the details in it. And then I can add you to the Patreon Facebook group. Bye bye, everyone. Yes, Lizzie, Adventures with Monia.